Welcome to Fit with Coach Kat. Today's session we have a beginner bodyweight strength session. You don't need any equipment, so let's begin. We're going to start today's workout by connecting our breath to our pelvic floor. You can do this standing or sitting down. So when you're comfortable, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, squeeze your pelvic floor. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. If you are a visual person, feel free to open your eyes and watch my hand. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. So you want to pull up through your sex organs, squeeze your anus, hold it for 1 second, and then let go. Don't stress if you can't do this yet. It does take a lot of practice. The idea behind it is the more you practice doing this at the beginning of a workout, the more you are likely to engage your pelvic floor throughout a workout if you're using your breath correctly. When you're ready, stand up. Go to the back of your mat if you have one. If you don't stress, you don't need it. Step your left leg forward, put your right hand on the ground. You can drop your back knee if that's more comfortable, or you can keep it up and straight like I have here. The idea is that you want to get your left elbow as far down your leg as possible and then reach around, opening your chest to the sky. This is called the world's greatest stretch. We will always do this. It is really good for hip mobility. It's really good for warming up through your thoracic spine. It's truly the world's greatest stretch. From there, we're going to put both hands on the ground, step back to a high plank position, and then bring your right leg forward. You're going to keep your left hand on the ground and reach your right arm around and try and get it as low to the ground as possible. Feel free to drop your back knee on the ground if keeping it straight and elevated is too challenging. We've got one more rep, then you're going to place both hands on the ground, step your foot back to high plank. From here, we're going to walk our hands back to our feet and stand up. When you are ready, we're going to start our warm-up. We're going to start off by marching for 20 seconds. Try and stay in time with me. However, if you are going slower or faster, that is also perfectly okay. We are just warming up right now. In a moment, we're going to include our arms. So we're going to put our arms straight out to the side and wave them up and down to warm up our shoulders. Nice little pulses at the top, not too big of a movement whilst still marching on the spot. You should start to feel like you're warming up a little bit now, and your arms might start to burn, and if they do, that is totally fine, but keep going. We're not here for very long. In a few more steps, we're going to get into our next exercise, which is a step jack. This is a low impact version of a jumping jack. You're stepping your left leg out to the side, then your right leg out to your side. Both your arms are moving at the same time. Keep your chest up and keep breathing. In a few reps, we're going to go into our next exercise, which is a side step knee raise. So you're stepping to the left and raising your right knee, stepping to the right and raising your left knee. You can place your hands out in front and tap your knee as it comes up. Try and get it as high as possible. Hip height is ideal. Don't stress if you can't get it that high, just bring it up as much as you can. 2 more reps, and then we're going to go back to the marching for 1 more round. Keep that chest up. Increase the speed from last round if you want to and you are feeling good. Get those knees as high as you can get them. Well done, a few more, and then we're going to bring our arms in. Make sure our shoulders are nice and warm. So when you're ready, put your arms out by your side and let's start moving them up and down ever so slightly. A few more seconds here, and then we're going to go into our step jacks. So step your left leg out, right leg out, left leg out, right leg out. Keep those arms moving in time to your step. We've got 2 more reps, and then we're going into that side step and knee raise. So step to the left, raise your right knee, step to the right, raise your left knee. Keep going, bring those knees up as high as you can. Hip height is ideal. And tap your hands on your knees. 2 more, and then we're going to get into our strength part of it for our legs. We're going to start off with squats, so make sure your feet are hip distance apart. You want your bum to go back. You can place your hands on your hips in front of you like this or down by your side. Send your bum back and down and then stand all the way back up. You want to go as low as you can past 90 degrees. So you want the back of your calves and your hamstrings to be meeting at the bottom of the squat. If you are having issues getting that low, feel free to put some pillows or a little footstool behind you so you have something to aim towards. I would rather you do half the amount of reps, decent quality squats that go all the way down, than do the full amount of half job Harrys. We want depth. Squat is one of the best exercises to get bang for buck, so we really want to make sure we're doing it correctly. Now we're going to go onto our squat pulses. So do a full squat, come up about 1/4 of the way, go back down, and then stand up the whole way. So get as low as you can go, come up a tiny little bit, drop all the way back down, stand all the way back up. If you can keep in time with me, fantastic. If you can't, just keep going until I finish. Keep pushing through, even if your legs are hurting, gang. They're not here for long. Look, I've got 1 more left. Now we're going to go into thrusters, so we've got more squats coming. Place your hands on your shoulders, elbows pointing forward, chest up. We're going to go down into a deep squat. On the way up, you're going to push your hands straight above your head. You want your elbows to be meeting right next to where your ears are. So your arms are going to be straight above your head. If you have poor shoulder mobility, you will struggle with this. So just do the best that you can do. Keep that chest facing forward. Make sure your knees are traveling out over your toes. You want them to be a straight line from your knees to your toes. Next up, we have squats into knee raises. So we're going to start with our left leg. We're going to go deep into a squat and then raise our left knee up. We're going to go back down into that squat and raise our right knee up. This is the pattern that we're going to follow. Left knee up, back into a squat, right knee up. If you are not in time with me, don't stress. Just please keep going, alternating legs until I move on to the next exercise. I know we are doing lots of squats. There is a method to the madness. It is not just because I'm some sadistic bitch. It is because repetition of boring mundane exercises such as squats is going to get you faster results than any other fancy exercise you see on some of these YouTube videos. It is the best exercise, bang for buck, if you want to lose weight, tone up, build lean mass, get fit. You need to have strong legs. That being said, we've got back to our body weight squats. So place your feet hip distance apart, get your bum back and down, and pump out some more body weight squats with me. The good news is this round we have less reps and hanky pants as a special appearance. In a couple more reps, we're going to go back to our squat pulses. So let's go back to our full squat, come up slightly, go back down and stand the whole way up for our squat pulses. Make sure you're keeping that chest upright, bum is as low as you can go. Try and stay in time with me. We've only got 2 more to go. And now we're on to our thrusters. Place your hands on your shoulders, elbows pointing forward, bum back and down. Let's go. Thrusters. Make sure those arms go all the way up past your ears, directly above your body. There should be a straight line if I was to look at you side on, from your wrist to your elbow to your shoulder to your hip to your feet. It is important to get into the habit of holding that position, because when we add weight, that is the position you need to have. Right, let's get into our next exercise, which is our squat and knee raises. This is not a long workout, so try your hardest to stay in time with me. We are well over halfway. This is our last round. So place your feet hip distance apart. We only have 5 reps of everything. I want to see 5 really good bodyweight squats, team. Let's go. Get your bum all the way down. Keep that chest up. Well done. Now let's do our pulses. Last set, gang. You want to get fit, you want to make a change, feel better, you want strong legs. Trust me on that. This is how we get strong legs without using any resistance. Thrusters, let's go. Hands up, get that bum back and down, shoot those hands high in the sky. And now we're on to our last set, squat and knee raises. Well done, gang. Congratulations, you've only got one little section left and then you are done for today. If you have a mat, stand at the back of your mat. If you don't stress. We are going to do inchworms now. So in a minute, I'm going to run my hands down to the floor, walk out to high plank, then walk my hands back to my feet and stand back up again. So hands are on the floor, walk out into high plank, and then we're going to walk our hands back to our feet, stand all the way back up. If you are unable to walk out and put your body weight through your hands for whatever reason, drop down into a low plank, also known as an elbow plank, and hold it whilst I complete these walkouts. Don't stress if you're not in time with me, just do the best that you can. If your lower back is hurting at all when you're in this high plank position, just feel free to drop to your knees. Similar if you are freshly postpartum, drop to your knees in the high plank rather than holding the high plank. This is your last one. I'm going to stand at the top and we're going to get back down into our high plank position. We're going to hold it for a second, then we're going to get into slow knees to elbows. Left knee to left elbow, right knee to right elbow. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. Keep your gaze just above where your hands are. We've got 2 more, and then we're going to drop to our knees and hold a plank. So untuck your toes, pull your belly button in towards your spine, make sure your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, directly underneath your elbows. From there, push back up into high plank, and we're going to hold it here for another 10 seconds. You can do it, you're so strong. Make sure your lower back isn't dipping down, your belly button's pulled in towards your spine. From there, drop to the ground, flip over like a sausage, and we're going to sit on our glutes, lay all the way down, and do some leg raises. So get your legs up to 90-degree angle, shake any sand off your feet if you're like me, and then at one leg at a time, we're going to lower the leg down to the ground, keeping that 90-degree angle at our knee, and then bringing it back up into tabletop. You want to make sure your lower back is pushed into the ground. You're pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Keep your arms flat on the ground beside you. From there, we're going to flip back over, stand up, and go back to our inchworms. If you held a elbow plank last round because you can't do the inchworms, this time I'd like you to hold 2 20-second side planks. And if you're doing the inchworms with me, make sure you're keeping your bum nice and high when you're walking out to that high plank position. Push the ground away when you're standing up. This is our last inchworm. Stand all the way up, then come back down into high plank for knees to elbows. So walk back out into high plank, then you're going to slowly bring your right leg into your right elbow and your left leg into your left elbow. Make sure your bum is nice and high, you're pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Now we're going to drop our knees, untuck our toes, rotate our pelvis, so we're pulling our belly button in towards our rib cage. Keep that eye line facing forward, breathing in, and from there we're going to rotate around, lay down on the ground, and do those single leg lifts. So both legs up to a 90-degree angle. Pull your belly button in, push your spine into the ground. We're going to lower one leg down to the ground, bring it back up to 90-degree angle at tabletop, and then alternate legs. We're nearly done, gang. Keep pushing through. Last one. Now I'm going to get you to stand back up at the back of your mat if you have one, and we're going to go through our last round of inchworms or walkouts, whatever you want to call them. It's all the same. So let's drop our hands down to the ground, walk out into high plank, hold it nice and strong, and then walk your hands back. You've got one more rep, and then we're going to go into our knees to elbows. So walk out into that high plank. Make sure your bum's not sticking up too high. Walk back. Okay, no more inchworms for today. Woohoo! Let's go back down and do some really controlled knees to elbows. Remember, this round is a lot shorter, so we've only got a couple more to go. Then we're going to drop down into that plank position. Feel free to drop to your knees, tuck your toes, stay nice and strong in the plank position. Breathe in, pulling your belly button in, hold it nice and strong, and then we've only got one more exercise to go. So flip over onto your bum, lay down, place your hands down by your side, put your legs up at a 90-degree angle, push that lower back into the ground, and let's do these leg raises. We don't have many to go. This is your last exercise, everyone. I'm so proud of you for making it through. And rock up. We are done. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. Please leave me a comment below with some feedback. I would love to know what you liked about the video and what you didn't like. I just want to help you get fit. So whatever is going to help you get fit, I'm here for it. If you do this workout and you want to share on your socials, please tag me at Fit with Coach Kat, and please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Me and Hanky send all our love, and we will see you next time.